What up, YouTube? This is my first video or full-length video, so I figured I'd do a quick bike check on my chopper. I purchased the bike in February of 2024, and I've done a good amount of things to it. I guess first we'll start with the wheels. The wheels are lead sled invaders in 16 by 21, wrapped in Avon Speedmasters front and rear. The rear is a 5 by 16, and then the front is a 3 by 21. Let's see. And then I guess I'll start on the brakes. I changed the brakes out. I'm running a Prism Supply floating rotor, 11.5 inch. And then I have this Arlen Ness caliper carrier, and then a Performance Machine 4-piston brake caliper. I did upgrade these button head bolts because I like button head bolts, stainless bolts. Let's see, I purchased this brake linkage off of Amazon. It was like 10 bucks. I still need to weld on a tab, so this brake anchor part right there is temporary, but it works. But I'm gonna weld on a tab there. Let's see, moving on to what else did I do to this bike? I changed out the oil bag. The oil bag that came with the bike, it cracked. So I bought a Repop panhead oil bag. And then I'm running, I don't know if you can see it, but I'm running a Junior's handmade battery tray. And then I got these Scavenger tight fit oil lines. They're made of stainless. And then I just upgraded all my oil hoses. What else did I do to this bike? So I guess we'll move on to the motor. I swapped out the carb. It came with a S&S Super G. I had a lot of problems with that carb. When I would be coasting at like, I don't know, 70 miles an hour, when I'm just like on a constant speed, it would choke, or not choke, but it would cough through the carb. Therefore, it was like spitting, it was like backfiring in the carb. And I think that carb was just too much for this motor. Therefore, it was like too much air and not enough fuel. No matter how much I jetted it, I was still having that problem. So on my last shovel head, I ran a Mikuni. So found this one online. Somebody was selling it for dirt cheap. So I bought it, rebuilt it, and then yeah, then I put this on. So now the bike runs fucking amazing, no issues. The power band is smooth. Yeah, just everything about this carb is dialed in. No issues kicking it over. Yeah. I did do a few things to the carb to make it fit. A lot of people ask me, like, because usually it uses a rubber mount. I bought that billet Vulcan adapter, and then I ran it to a S&S Super E manifold, and then I'm running the F&A tight seal kit. No issues. I don't have any air leaks. Like I said, the carb runs amazing. I did change out the idle screw, because it usually has like this long, like wire looking tube that you adjust, but I got the shorty one, and I also got the shorty choke knob, and then I added these longer float bowl screws. That way it's easy to just pull the float bowl off. And then I also upgraded it to this deeper bolt, so the main jet sits lower. Therefore, the fuel doesn't starve when you're at like half to full throttle, so that the float bowl's constantly like, or the main jet is constantly drowning in more fuel, because normally it's a shorter little float bowl nut right here. So yeah, I upgraded that too. And then I got this from the same guy I got my last velocity stack from. His thing is not his Instagram, but his website's Dragon Performance, and he makes custom velocity stacks for any bike. What else? I guess we'll move to the motor. I upgraded this, got the F&A carb support, F&A pop top. I upgraded the entire ignition system, so it's got a new ignition module, new wiring, and then I upgraded the coil, so I got an Andrews 2.8 ohm coil. Got these XL heavy duty performance spark plugs, and then I added these Raja like vintage connectors. What else? I have an AEE foot clutch set up, and then I added this spacer block so that it pushes the foot clutch further away, because if it wasn't there, that foot pedal would be more in. So when I have my foot on it, it's just right there. It's easy to get to. It did have a rubber little pad right here, but that thing wore out, so I took it off. What else? I have Prism Supply foot peg, their spoon foot peg with their controls. I did add a 1-inch spacer because it was 4 inches, and I felt like 5 inches was like perfect, so I added this 1-inch spacer. And you can see, you can barely tell the spacer is there, but that setup right there is like perfect. On the brake side, I'm running a Wagner Lockheed rear master cylinder, and then this one is the Prism Supply brake control. What else? I rebuilt the entire kicker setup, so it has all new kicker gears, new kicker shaft, and I'm running Redline gear oil in there. I run that gear oil on all my bikes. I love that gear oil. Then I got this kicker pedal from Ben Jeff. I forgot the name of what he calls it, but this kicker pedal's from Ben Jeff. I got this heavy duty Stroker kicker arm. I upgraded the kicker spring. What else? And then on the clutch side, I rebuilt the entire clutch. Got a new Rivera Primo clutch hub. Got a new Rivera Primo bearing. Basically, this whole clutch system is brand new. I got new clutch plates from Rivera Primo. They also gave me these brand new little retainer, I don't even know what they call these, but these little bolts that hold the whole system in. What else? And then I have this Prism Supply shifter with their shift knob. I added this pan head. I like chain guards, so yeah, I added this pan head chain guard. A lot of people don't like chain guards. I do. I'm not a big fan of chain oil slinging up on the back of my shirt. I upgraded this sissy bar. This sissy bar is a gas box sissy bar. I upgraded the lens on my Prism taillight. What else? Added these Prism passenger pegs because my girl likes to ride with me. The tank, if you follow me on Instagram, I've had this tank forever. I am going to be changing the whole look of the bike, so this tank is kind of temporary. But this tank was painted by Weighton Paints. His name is Ronnie out of Buffalo, New York. Got the Speed Dealer cap, Prism Supply 90 with the Prism Supply petcock. And then let's see. Oh, and then I also got these Prism Supply like mounting washers. They just look a lot cleaner than using those leather washers. So yeah, I have that. Yeah, so I did make my own oil lines like I did on my last bike. I picked up these fittings from old stuff. Then I bent quarter stainless steel pipes to run the oil lines. I think stock uses like an 1/8 inch pipe, so these have a bigger inner diameter, so more oil flow. I don't have any leaking issues, so they work great. The bars are from Crow's Customs. He's out of Ventura, I believe. And as you can see, it's like it just bolts right in line with the rear legs of the Springer. Let's see. Then I have Pangea grips. Got my Pangea crab claw mirror. My throttle setup is Prism Supply, the Super Prism throttle. Love this throttle. It has like, yeah, it's like super responsive. I love that throttle. Then I got the FNA Mini Far E LED headlight. The front end is the Ted's Cycles, basically V-twin, but it's the narrow inline Springer, so it's a little skinnier than, you know, the traditional repop Springers that you see out there. Love this Springer, have no complaints. It doesn't squeak or give me any issues like a lot of people complain about, but so far it's been working great. What else? And then I got the Cycle Electric generator. I redid all the wiring, so it's, you can kind of see it there, but it's all cloth wiring all throughout. And then what else? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Everything that I just listed is what I did to the bike so far. So my plans are, I have a new tank coming. My buddy Tony Medellin he painted it, but I have this lowbrow Manta Ray fender that I'm gonna swap this chrome fender with, and then I have a flat sissy bar that I'm getting made. So this whole tail section and tank are going to be changing. I'm still searching for a new seat. Oh, I forgot, this is a butt seat. It's their Lazy Boy, but I'm going to be changing that seat out as well when I get the new tank and rear fender on and sissy bar. But yeah, I have a new tank coming. My homie Tony, he painted it. I'm fucking stoked on it because the paint job on it is so nice. And it's gonna look good with that Manta Ray fender over there. And that flat stock sissy bar. The pipes were made, I forgot about the pipes. The pipes were made by Yaniv over at Power Plant. So those are power plant pipes, I guess you can say. And yeah, that's pretty much it. This bike fucking runs great. At first, I was having a lot of problems with this bike and getting it tuned, especially with that SNS Super G. But now it's running great, so I'm stoked on it, and I've been riding it a lot, putting miles on it every day. I don't ride far or whatever, but you know, I have been riding it locally, maybe like 20 miles a day, and it's running great. I have no complaints. But last year I did have a lot of issues and I was kind of bummed. I tried to raffle this bike off, but the winner of that raffle took the other bike that I had, because I had 2 bikes in that raffle and he chose the other bike instead of this one. But I'm kind of glad he did, because I'm stoked on this bike now that I got it running good. And And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. If you have any questions, just leave a message below. I'll try to answer them as best as I can. But yeah, thanks for watching. So now I'll do a little quick start for you guys, or kickstart for you guys, since that's what everyone seems to be liking with these bikes. So, all right, here we go.